Well, because like the butthole is like tighter.
It's like the mass.
Well,
like,
I mean,
you can get like a good quarter of the tongue, but
you,
then the rest of it you kind of have to open it up a little.
Yeah, but you also like you're assuming you're starting on a tight, dry butthole. It could already be loosened up.
Well, yeah, that's true.
You don't know
if
where
you butt plug it.
You don't
I'm
know
sure
where
you
we're
can
at.
get more.
That does most of the work.
Yeah, it really.
Hey,
preps.
welcome to Off Topic.
Hi.
Drinking water.
Oh,
this is vodka. 138, I think. This episode.
What is that?
Oh, I lost the sponsors. There they are.
Jeremy.
What?
You'll die.
Oh yeah, Jeremy was like, everybody will drink it, and I'm like, Jeremy will. So Jeremy came into the office today, and he was talking about how he had 4 Loko.
I thought those were about $10 each.
Last night. No, so did I. I literally figured you would get 3 to 4 for $30.
You got
and I think
10.
most of us said we hadn't had one. So then he freaked out and was like, we gotta get some. We were sitting here.
They're disgusting.
We were sitting here 15 minutes ago, and Jeremy goes, Steffi, get 4 Loko. And she got them as we started. That blows my mind.
So there's sour apples.
All right.
I thought it'd be a while.
Appetizer.
So the
This
serving
is gonna
size.
go downhill so fucking fast.
The serving size is 5 fluid ounces, which means this has 4 3/4 serving in 1 can.
These are fucking giant. By the
Alcohol
way,
per serving is 0.7 fluid ounces. So
Not.
basically, that means there's 4 shots in here.
Not
There's
a
4
sponsor.
ounces.
Is this
just so
legal?
you know.
What's that?
Well, for a time it wasn't. So like I know I never had 4 Loko. I just know
Yes.
they came out.
Never
Well, it used to be 3
People
shots.
like
Four Loko
lost,
Black.
people lost their goddamn minds and they were like dying and like having heart attacks and shit. And then they pulled it and then I guess they changed the
changed it a little
recipe
bit.
and then they put it back in the stores.
Now with less heart attacks.
I guess because I always understood it to be kind of like Red Bull with vodka. where, like,
So it's energy drink with booze.
yes, so the booze is like, but the energy is like,
The
I'll
green
just keep
one's
drinking.
okay. It's
and then
not
your
the
heart
greatest
blows
tasting
up.
thing in the world. This one,
What's the black one flavor?
It looks flavor.
flavor.
What color?
I'll tell you this though, it really go back to the wide.
I think
it
it's-
looks fucking great.
Why
on
don't you
the
pour it
set.
into a glass?
I think it's
Yeah,
green.
it's
I'll
pretty.
pour you some.
No, pour that. I think that's like
Oh,
fluorescent
man.
green.
It's not even the worst tasting thing on the table. The worst tasting thing on this
Oh,
table right
it's
now
Mountain
is
Dew.
Look how green that is.
Why is that
that's
pouring-
greener than Mountain Dew?
Sorry.
Mountain Dew's yellow. The can's
Gross.
green, but Mountain Dew looks like urine.
Croy.
It's hard to tell under the green lights, but that does not look.
Dude, that looks
it
like
should be
absinthe.
drank.
That looks like absinthe.
Even absinthe isn't that green.
It looks like goo.
It actually looks awesome.
It looks like goo runoff.
It looks like shit in movies that stuff really doesn't look like that. Like a prop thing.
Oh yeah, look, they've got the real lights up now. See?
Oh yeah,
How
that's
green.
white. Look how green that is.
Yeah.
So green.
That's without the green light.
Wow.
It's pretty nuts.
Well, like you just
I like that. How dare you?
I wonder if you could have like some leg hair and some pubic and
I mean,
See how it
you know,
grows
you can
different.
find
see all
out,
the different
man.
types.
I bet you should.
Why? Why would you want to do that?
You should try that.
Well, like, does it retain its like? Is the pubic coarseness in the follicle, or is it just?
I would think it's in the follicle.
I would think it's.
Is it
I
just
want to
different
see.
follicle?
I want to see Gavin's testing where he's got like a fucking rat with pube hair on his head and then leg hair next
You
to it.
know-
He's going, interesting.
You know
writing in
that
the notebook.
some rat somewhere has been growing pubes. You know it. Human pubes have been grown on a rat, without a doubt.
It's absolutely.
Well, I know
Confirmed by
you,
Gavin Freer.
so I believe there's someone like you.
Right.
I can
How much would
believe
it
that.
cost for you to replace half of your beard hair with your pubes? Just swap them out so you have half pube face,
But
but you
that's
got a
like-
beard.
That's like
beard
forever.
crotch.
Oh, it's like that happy hour I did with Jeff.
Yeah, but that was temporary.
I would do it
Yeah,
because you could just shave it.
it's true.
You could just shave it. If you let
Or you
that
leave
grow
it.
out, though, one side's gonna look totally normal. The other side, they're gonna be going all directions.
Well, that's why you'd have to like.
You
You can comb it. You can comb
You'd
it.
have to like. You could
Oh,
do
like
half
that would
and half.
disgust you that it's in your mouth, even though it's not. It never grew down there. It's just still hair.
Yeah, but it's just
Yeah,
like the
it's
curly
still-
hair.
yeah.
It find its way
Follicle
into
was
your mouth.
down there once.
Yeah, but they'll
So
probably
what?
they probably wash.
I don't think
They scrub 'em?
They're
Yeah.
not like
No.
urine soaked follicles.
they go in the urinal and take them out of the fucking the piss cakes. What you'd have to
Piss
do,
cakes is
what you'd have to
the
do to
word
make
for
it look good, you wouldn't want to do half and half. You gotta like trim out a center and put all your pube hair in like the middle of your chin. And
Right, but then
your
if I
regular
did
hair.
this,
because then it
It
would
would
look
look like
better.
an anus.
Yeah, well, oh no.
I feel like Halo 2, more
2 was
people knew strategies. Like, I feel like whenever I went into a game with anyone,
I did.
everyone would be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm going here getting this.
Yup.
Now, I jump into Halo 5 or 4, and I'm like, everyone just goes everywhere and they just shoot.
Oh, I love Halo
But
2.
the reason I hate that bridge in Zanzibar is that I'm not sure if they ever patched it. The bridge comes down and it goes like.
Yep.
There was a weird bug that only affected the PAL version of the game.
Oh,
where
so you, probably.
once the bridge was down, if anyone walked on it, it would make the sound that it makes when it falls, but forever. Like there's not so I'd be playing Zanzibar and I'd be playing online with like Americans and I'd be like, damn, because all I could hear was and I was like, ah! And everyone's like, what are you talking about? I was like, the bridge, man. I didn't realize for like a year that only I could hear it.
Halo 2
really annoying.
If you don't know what Zanzibar is, and
It's
you played Halo 3, they remade it as Last Resort.
Halo 2 was also the
Great
epitome of shit talking online.
Yup.
Because you had proximity chat, so you could like your whole team could hear you, but when you got close, the other people could hear you. So you shut the fuck up if you're like sneaking, you say nothing. But what also was amazing, was genius, is if you died, even if you were but they had like I'm thinking of Gears with like the death chat. If you died, your mic would cut, but it would give you like a couple seconds after you died. So you kill the guy and you hear like, that's fucking bullshit. And I'm like, oh, new fucking verse. It was so much fucking fun to talk shit to people.
And it's one of the best.
Or like if you're sneaky, I'm like, I know
systems.
you're fucking here, you piece of shit. And they're like, come get me, you fucking bitch. Dude, that was
game
my
that
life.
is now is PUBG. PUBG with the proximity chat and stuff like that. And your mic doesn't turn off when you die. Your corpse can keep going. And like I love that because I watch videos
Yeah, the
of people like
compilation videos of that.
they'll like kill people and the person like their only goal is to now annoy the person who killed them. So they're just like like in the microphone,
Jesus.
the body's screaming. And the like person's trying to get the shit and leave.
Gears had a good one. Again, full of fucking trash talk because there was you were alive or you were dead. And all the dead, I don't think you could hear teams when you were alive, or maybe it was proximity based, but everyone dead was in the same fucking chat. So like if you died and someone from the other team died, it's just like, fuck you, we're gonna beat the fucking shit out of you. Like, no, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. And it's like, oh, what happened? Oh, somebody else died? Oh, we're up by 2 now, motherfucker. And they're like, yo, shut the fuck up, you have no fucking kills. I'm like, I don't need any fucking kills, my team has all the kills. That's all that game
See, that's the kind of shit I would just mute. I'm like,
That's all that was.
I miss that kind of thing.
Oh, man.
I have like just voice off on every platform and every game, so I
Yeah,
just
me
don't.
too.
I've not heard
Me too.
anyone.
I've moved on.
I've not heard a
moved on.
stranger in like 8 years.
That was a good 2-3 years. And the thing with Halo 2, they changed this on Halo 3, where like the game ended, you all got put in the lobby, everybody be screaming at each other after the game, but then there was an automatic timer that would just end the lobby. That didn't exist in Halo 2. So you could argue for 10 minutes after the game. And you could either leave individually, or if whoever was the party leader left, it would yank the whole fucking party. The number of times I was in a lobby like after the game ended, just screaming at the other team, and you're going back and forth, was just fucking amazing.
Oh, the best.
And that's
part,
like that's where I started doing like voice acting and shit. I would always like just like go Arnold on people. They'd be like, "Fuck you, be fucking sword camping." Like, sword camp. Oh, sword camp. I cut your balls off. What happened? Oh, what happened? And there's like, "Fuck you, fuck you." And I would never leave. I would sit there all goddamn day until they left, just laughing my ass off. I had over 7,000 games in Halo 2.
I couldn't do it.
4,500.
I would
it's
send
crazy.
messages. I never plugged a microphone in. I never talked online.
the
ever.
best part is when they're talking shit, and then like you get to that lobby, and they just instantly leave at
Yup,
the group.
that
It's
was
like,
so rewarding.
Oh, it's like, oh, you know, you got stomped
And
on.
like reverse, I usually was the party leader, but if I joined someone else's party and I was in the middle of like talking shit and someone left, I would lose it. Like if my party leader left, I'm like, what? I wasn't done with that guy yet. Like, cause then I just get yanked with them and I'm like, don't ever fucking do that again. Don't ever pull me out of the party. Like, don't ever pull us out.
I'm not done yet.
I'm not done yet.
I'm not fucking.
I would
done
just
yet.
send-
Then you leave the party, then you get the messages
Yeah.
where it's like, fuck you, bitch, you cheated. Like, whatever.
I would just
Man,
send
it
the messages.
It was
Like, I would
awful.
text, use the text messages like to send to people who were like talking and stuff like that. And if someone got really pissed at me, was like yelling at me and shit like that, I would just send them a message that said, you seem stable. Do you want to be friends? And I'd send them a friend request. And I was friends with so many people that were like, that hated me. My friends list was full of people that hated me because I'd send them that message and a friend request. And they would accept it. They'd be like, oh yeah, I'm all about it. And,
Weird.
Dude, the best part nowadays is like, well, I'll be playing Siege, and then And so I'd be like, fuck you fucking hacker, you toggled, I'm gonna report you. I'm like, please report me.
I saw someone say
I have
report
an issue,
you.
please. Like, I can't stop hacking, please report me. And then at the end of the end of the match, like, I don't like doing this normally because it's kind of a debag move, but
Here we go, debag Fredo.
I'll drop the Twitch link and I'll be like, come up with a better excuse.
I was playing with Alfredo.
No link.
We were like streaming the other night, and we were playing Siege. And in it, someone was like reporting you or something in the chat, like to Alfredo. And Alfredo wrote, "Please report me." I sent it back to him. No, Cocoa Krispies is them, right?
You have Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs. That's
But that's
the
a
toucan.
bird.
That's the bird. He's
yeah.
like a toucan. But he's
Well,
not.
Toucan Sam is Fruit Loops.
Right, but he
You're
looks like
thinking of. He doesn't look like a toucan, really. He's some other freak bird. But
Are you
you're
gonna
right.
try and out-bird Jeremy? He knows all about animals. That's not a bird joke.
Absolutely.
This is
was.
about-
so close.
such a-
That was so
No,
close to
I
a
didn't say that.
Jeremy and
That was
bird.
so close to a 4 Loko 2 knuckle in the face.
No, no, no.
What the fuck?
You know I don't go for that. I'm
is
saying
like Cocoa
when we do Triv and
Guy
it's
is
the
a-
animals, you know your shit with animals.
No, but I don't remember what the Cocoa Puff
Hey, you
bird
always
looks
told
like.
me
I
I
don't
remember
remember
what he looks
his name.
like. I don't know what he is, though.
Does he have a name?
Hang on.
Isn't he a blue, yellow, blue-orange beaked bird?
Yeah.
No, he was, and he changed. They changed him too.
They made
what?
him new and hip.
I think now
like-
he's like all pink
Like how they changed
What?
Sonic?
or something.
A
Does-
flamingo?
I think
Yeah,
they
you're right. Well, no. He wears pink now.
Is that what it is? They changed
he
the
got,
shit
like, a
out of
pink
it.
I guess
Coat?
that's the new one.
No, dude, that's old, dude.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is old.
Yeah, you got a pink
I
coat.
feel like I saw a commercial of him recently.
What are
Like,
you?
Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs.
He does go Cocoa Puffs.
I got
What?
some honey nut Cheerios at
Sonny
home.
the cuckoo bird. That's
Yeah,
what it
Sonny.
it is Sonny the
is. He's a cuckoo.
Oh, a cuckoo bird. That makes
Right.
sense.
I was like, you know, fucking toucan. Get out of here. I did outbird him.
yeah, he looks like this now.
Not pink at all.
Let me see.
All right, orangey.
That is not pink at all.
All right, he's orange. Fine.
I
That's
mean-
absolutely nothing what I was picturing.
I mean, he.
That's what he looks like now.
That's just
That's
like
not
the
what he used to
updated
look
version.
like.
That's
Yeah, no.
basically what he looked
They-
like.
they Sonic them
They
for
Sonic
sure.
him. They slimmed him and
100%.
stretched
it
him.
looks like a hot roadrunner.
Okay.
Now you're the bird guy.
Yeah.
The first time is kind of awful.
Yeah.
Every time after
well,
that is better.
So my parents have never gone outside of the U.S. save for Mexico. They've gone right across the border in Mexico, like just driven across and like, ooh, we're
all
in
the way
Mexico,
from
and
Texas.
came back. Yeah. so I'm trying to take steps. So like they've gone to
Canada.
Florida, they've gone to California. So for our Thanksgiving this year, we're actually going to England. So I'm taking them. It's like a 9-hour flight. So
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
a good
all right.
starter.
It's like, okay, if you can do this, it's like 9 hours is not bad. If you can handle that, then maybe you would do the 14-hour flight over to Australia. Because like I would love to take them to Sydney and go see where Katie
It's
was,
awesome.
like raised.
Australia's
So-
Just tell
awesome.
them to prepare to spend a day in a tube.
It's tough.
Practice
It was
it.
tough.
Because
Yeah.
I'm
You
trying
get
to
one of
convince
those
my dad to
bags?
do it. I want to go fishing with my dad in Australia.
That'd be
You
cool.
can go fishing here.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Ah.
I want
My-
to
Listen,
get him
but-
down
So
there.
my
He wants
mom
to,
hates
you know,
flying to the
kangaroos
point
out.
where her excuse for not wanting to go to Australia is because they fly at night. And how can the pilots see?
I mean, it's a good question.
That's interesting, but I
You know what I
think
mean?
they're okay.
Yeah. Like
Just
a-
tell
a-
her
Tell them that the ocean and the sky looks the same.
that won't help. I'm
That
sure.
won't help at all.
Tell her the answer is night vision goggles. To be
Yeah, that's
honest.
true.
Dude,
good.
I'm
on
like,
my second mug.
I'm halfway through the can and it's hit.
Drinking my Ecto Cooler.
Really?
It's just-
Yeah, like I now have to do Minecraft and another video.
It looks
just to,
like-
level out.
You know
I'll tell
when-
you, drinking this one after drinking the
This is better.
4 Loko Black, this is very palatable.
Really?
Right, and you
Much
were
more.
slagging sour apple at the beginning of the show.
No, it's not good.
No, sour apple's good. That's a great flavor.
This episode.
Green
is brought to you
apple,
by
sour
Four
apple, it's
Loko.
the same thing.
I say
Yeah,
vomit
it's the
tastes,
same
tastes
exact
good
thing.
after you drink diarrhea.
Best blow pop, sour apple.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Right.
How the hell did you say sour apple's bad then, followed by you're not wrong?
Because this is
He doesn't
still
know. He
this
doesn't
is
know
bad.
what
It
he
tastes
wants.
like
Yeah, but it's all
Yeah.
bad.
They're not
But don't
sponsoring
blame it
us,
on the
so therefore
sour
I'm gonna
apple.
let you
Blame
know.
4 Loko, not sour apple.
I'm not blaming sour apple.
Sour apple's
You were
saving
blaming
this.
sour
Jolly
apple.
Rancher,
No,
not the best, but
no.
still good. Cherry's the
This,
best.
I
he's
said,
still
this
my
is
forehead.
bad. This.
Acid.
It looks
I
like
like
acid.
sour apple. Jolly Ranchers, sour apple Jolly Ranchers. But this tastes like an energy drink.
But it's because
where they
of the
went,
4 Loko.
fuck it.
No, I mean you're not
I have
wrong,
a
but
question
again, don't
because
blame
I'm not drinking.
the SA.
I'm not drinking this.
Yeah, no
piss.
shit.
Does it leave you with sort of like a bit of claggy sort of?
No, the aftertaste is actually pretty good.
It's good.
The aftertaste is the sour apple.
It tastes
It's
like
the
a
drinking
sour apple
that's
Jolly
not good.
Rancher on the aftertaste.
The drinking
I'll
it's
dunk
bad.
a tongue.
Okay, I'll dunk a tongue.
I can't, 'cause
you're not gonna die.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right. We need to get Gavin like a hamster thing
Fucking bird.
of water.
Yeah, it just tastes like appetizer, but boozy.
Is that like an
Appetizer.
apple teeny or something?
What's an appetizer?
What is
I've heard that
It's
before.
like
What is that?
sparkling apple drink.
Ah,
I assume
okay.
English.
I sent a tweet out the other day. This is one of my most liked tweets of all time. And I was like, if I had a chance to meet one person in the world, and I like tweeted who it was, and I was like, who would be your one person that you would want to meet? Who, like, if you got a chance to meet one person, who would it be?
fuck, one person. I don't know.
One person. It's like I get to meet you and just shake your hand and be like, thank you very much.
I will say, to a slight extent, I literally just did that yesterday. I met Dana Snyder. He played
really?
Master Shake on Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
That's awesome.
And like,
That's so
I mean,
badass.
it was legitimately out of like, I've been fortunate enough to meet like a ton of cool people. Yeah, there's
Look at
picture
that.
of it. I was fortunate enough to meet a ton of cool people doing like what we do, just like actors and voice actors and stuff like that. And I've been a fan of so many of them. And for us specifically, I'm sure we've all had the moment where, you know, we're meeting fans and they're like, oh my God, I don't know what to say to you. I'm so nervous right now, or I'm shaking, or I'm
Right.
crying, or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, we suck.
I had that moment with
Yeah,
Jack, though.
we all
so
suck.
I get it.
No, yeah,
Sure.
yeah. And I met him, and I just didn't know what to say to him. Like, I was actually like, fortunately, I didn't actually like break down and freak out, but I was like, oh my God. Like, I have like a million Meatwad lines in my head. I have like the show memorized. I do them all the time. I couldn't do shit. I was talking to him, and like we were lucky enough where he was in the middle of a signing, and somebody from the staff at Florida SuperCon was like, "No, we can meet Dana." And I'm always like, "No, I don't want to bother people," because there's tons of times where you're there, you're doing signings and shit, and people are like, "Oh, I can get you to meet like so and so," and like the people telling you that are like super enthusiastic about it. And then you meet the person, and like they don't give a fucking rat's asshole.
Right,
They're like,
exactly,
you're wasting
yeah.
my time. Like, and every time I'm like, no, I don't want to meet these people. Like, I don't want to annoy them. I don't want to like bother him or whatever. And they're like, I'm telling you, like, Dana's awesome. He doesn't care. He loves meeting people, whatever. So he was at his booth doing signings, and we walked like in from behind the curtain to meet him. And he was like, you know, finishing taking pictures with a girl. And he was at like 1,000%, like freaking out all over the booth. He did this thing. I'd never seen it before, where he's like, you know, he's like, okay, he's like, now take the picture. He's like pointing at the person. And he's like, now make sure you count it down. So he's there with this girl. She's like this, you know, small, like timid girl. And he's like, you know, holding her, and they're like 3, 2, 1. Every time they go 1, he goes, ah! And shake them. And he just kept doing it. And he was like bouncing all over the booth and shit. So like we stood out of the way and, you know, let him deal with them. And then I talked to him real quick, like, hey, like super big fan. You know, I'm here signing, you know, I do like the show called Ruby and stuff. And he's like, oh, yeah, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And he was like instantly all about it. He was just like a freak, like super weird, but like awesome. And I'm talking to him, and I had to mention it where, you know, I get through for like a minute. I'm like, I actually do like a pretty decent Meatwad impression. And he's like, oh yeah. And so I'm like, everybody likes dance. And he's like, oh, that's pretty good. He's like, Meatwad, oh great. Worst character in the show. And I'm just like struggling to come up with lines from the show. And I was like, have you seen my wife? Which is like a thing he says. And he goes, yeah, I killed her. She's dead. She's dead in the ground. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And someone was taking like burst photos of me. And I'm literally just like,
That's
in all the
awesome.
photos.
That's so cool.
So I, you know, and then I got out of there. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And I left, and I'm in the green room. And like, I get back to the green room, and I'm literally just like, oh my God. And I'm like texting my brother about it, because we watched Aqua Teen all the time together. I'm like, dude, and I'm like shaking as I'm texting him. And I've never
so
had
cool.
that with anyone I've ever met in my life before. And it was like, not even going up to meet him. Like, I wasn't nervous to meet him all. I'm like, oh, cool, whatever. And as I'm talking to him, like, like that show has such an impact on my life. Like I like use so many jokes and mannerisms and like things from that show, where literally like 2 years ago I was rewatching all the episodes, and I was blown away at how many things I say and do that I'd forgotten was from the show. And I'm like, holy fuck, that's where I got this from? Because I haven't watched it in like, 7, 8 years. And I'm like texting my brother about it. I'm like fucking shaking talking about it. And it was like the most surreal moment I ever had in my fucking life. And I was
That's
just
insane.
like, man, like
It
it
was
was
that recent,
It was
too.
it was yesterday. It was fucking yesterday. And
I'd
I
say
was
the
just like,
closest for me with that was I met Chris Barry, he's in Red Dwarf, plays the hologram as the big H on his forehead.
Yeah.
And that show started in 1988, so it was always on TV. Me growing up the whole time, I used to watch it all the time, and they still make it. Like the last season was 2017, and And I met him. It was like the most I've not been able to say anything. I was like, I have so much to say, and I'm just.
What do you do? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know.
And he was
that
just
feeling.
like talking to me, and then like a minute passed, and we were actually just having a chat. And I met him because he was at a convention that Meg was at, and I was just visiting Meg. So I wasn't doing anything anyway.
Do you have a person nowadays, like someone else that you would want to meet and have that feeling with? Like, is there anyone that you were like, I haven't met this person yet, but I would want to?
Probably Gervais.
That'd be a huge one. Yeah.
Probably Gervais.
I think my other one now would be Rob McElhenney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, that possibility's there.
No,
now.
I know.
Like,
And again, in my head, I'm like, oh, I could talk to him, whatever. But like, I was like dumbfounded at like how my body just like shut down. I was like, oh my God. And it like, I think it was not only was it cool meeting Dana, but like, you know, they say like, don't meet your heroes. He was like 10 times fucking more awesome than I ever could have imagined.
See, I was like that when LeVar Burton came on the Extra live stream. Like, I grew up on Next Generation, and I'm like, and like reading Rainbow Next Generation, that was my childhood. And it's just like, he's like From Me to Jeremy away, and I'm like, oh my God. And then like he read a book in front, and it was just like, this is fucking incredible.
It's moments like that where you're just like,
It's really
I don't know
awesome.
how-
Is there
Yeah.
anyone
how
else
does it
that you'd
happen?
like to have that moment with?
I've been close to my 3 sort of like heroes that I don't know what I'd be able to say next to are Steven Spielberg, Trey Parker, and Matt Stone. And I've been within like you to me away from all 3 of them. And like each time I'm like, this is locked up. Like I got to visit South Park Studios at one time, and like I was there was a guy there who got me in, and I was just like walking around, and at one point I was talking to him, and then Trey Parker came from the back and was just like doing circles in the lobby, just like working on a script, like working on something in his own head, and he was just kind of walking around with a notepad and just talking to himself, and I'm just like, holy fuck, that's Trey. And then later on we went back to like the animation area, and we were just talking, and then Matt Stone showed up and was talking to somebody else, and like stopped, and he kind of looked at me, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do? And like he was having a conversation, but he's like clearly like, who the fuck is that guy? And I was just like, fuck. And
I don't know if you've ever seen it. Have you? You should watch Book of Mormon.
I've seen Book of Mormon a few times.
Like, you would love to meet Obama and just like
bloody
just say
love
hi
somewhere.
to him.
The
Oh, is that the no recording right now?
I don't know.
political.
Man, that's what they heard when we were over there. Hey, remember?
It's me. It's me.
I was at the Capitol playing Pokemon
Oh,
Go.
yeah,
I
that
go to
was
the
awesome.
Capitol
That
play,
was
to
an
play
awesome
Pokemon
story.
Go all the time.
I don't think that's why that building's there. But
It is
So
now.
many people from this company go to the Capitol, usually on the weekend, for Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Dead serious. Like again, there's been times where Jeremy's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the Capitol this weekend with a cat, and I go, you in Pokemon Go? He's like, yeah. I'm like, Andy's going to.
Yeah,
That's just
I
like,
run into Andy all the
that's
time.
the hot spot.
So Kat and I are like at the
Fuck the Capitol. I want
playing
the
Pokemon Go,
Pokemans.
and I sat down, and Kat has this fucking like her game is cursed. Like,
Right. You get.
I'm sure you
Jeremy
haven't.
gets.
You haven't played it in a long time. I'm sure.
not
Or
since
even
I caught a Farfetch'd.
right.
I played it for a
And that
week.
was
Which
it.
I'm
That
so
was the
jealous of. I
pinnacle
don't
your
have one.
career.
Went to
Trading's
Japan.
coming soon, right?
Trading's already here.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
You
So
want my
like,
Farfetch'd?
no, I don't have a Farfetch'd.
Do you want
I said
mine?
you
Yeah,
want
I
it.
would love yours, but
Alright.
we have to be good enough. I'll get into it later. So
There's no time.
So I'm at the Capitol, and like they have the raids now in Pokemon Go, where like a bunch of you have to all come together and do the raids and everything.
Start beating up on one Pokemon.
Pretty much.
No,
and
one
like,
person. in
And
real
so
life.
they have the legendary raid. So it's a legendary Pokemon, but you need like at least 8 people to do it. Otherwise, you just won't even get close to like beating the thing and getting a chance to catch it. And for some reason, my account is very lucky. Like when the legendary Pokemon comes up, I catch it. I always get it, and like there's a chance that you'll get it. And Kat's account fucking sucks. She doesn't catch anything, like nothing, and it pisses me off. I'm like, if I could miss the next 5 raids I do, but Kat gets all of them,
It
I'd
makes
be
you
happy.
look bad.
I feel like shit. I'm like, I got it, and she's like, I didn't get it. Like, no, I didn't get it. I feel like shit.
No, there's an awkward
You
car ride.
So
Yep.
I'm
There's
at
no
the
sex.
Capitol. We're
Yep.
doing a legendary raid. Kat and I are down there.
No, no.
And Kat hands me her phone. She's like, please catch this for me. I'm like, I'm going to try. And you only have a certain amount of attempts to do it. And I'm like, trying to catch it. While we're sitting there, John and Andy walk up to us. And they're like, hey, what's up, guys?
What a
And I'm
cute pair.
full on just like, don't talk to me. And John's like, I hear you're getting pretty lucky over there. And I didn't even respond to it. Like, he talked to me, he said words to me, and I heard some of them, and I just didn't say anything back. I was just like focusing on the thing, like trying to catch the thing, and I heard him go like, all right. And he walked off. And then, like the next day, Michael's like, I heard you just ignored John. Like at the Capitol. I was like,
It went through the grapevine where I heard Heard you were doing quite well at the Capitol yesterday. And he's like, what? And I'm like, word travels fast.
I was like, I wasn't meaning to ignore John. I was just like really trying to get this thing for Kat. I felt like so bad. I just like didn't talk to John at all. But I saw him recently. I went down and did another Pokemon Go thing. Then
pouring alcohol.
I don't care. Then
if he pours it on his skin while he drinks it, he absorbs it. too.
I get drunk through osmosis.
He's doing two things at once.
I was playing Pokemon Go yesterday. So
God,
yesterday,
I can't believe you're still playing.
yeah, Kat and I went down to the Capitol
What level are
yesterday.
you?
Billion.
33
Million.
maybe. And
I played like the first 3 or 4 months. I checked and then I stopped, and I didn't play since. I'm 27.
yeah, well, like so, only people who know about Pokemon will get this, but like so, the legendary raid this past weekend was Lugia, legendary Pokemon. So we're like, I don't have Lugia, I wanted to get it, so we went down Saturday, did a legendary raid. I called Lugia, Kat did, classic. So then yesterday we went down again, and I'm like, we're gonna get a Lugia. If I get one and you don't, I can trade you the one that I got, like the second one that I got. But the thing is, we went down to the Capitol and no legendary raids happened. And we were like, you know, you have to be in a place where enough people are going to show up that you can actually do it. And like we saw one going on, but no one showed up at it and stuff like that. We're driving around. So we head down to like South Congress. And there's a place called Sandy's Hamburgers on like right on South Congress. Have you ever heard of it? Yeah. And they're like, there's a raid starting here in 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And I'm like, let's go get a hamburger. By the time we're done eating, the raid will have started. Hopefully enough people will have shown up. While I'm standing in line to get a hamburger, I get a Slack from Becca. Like, hey, I see you getting some Sandy's hamburgers. Or something like that. And I'm like, well, yeah, we're just down here playing Pokemon Go. She's like, me too. I'm down here playing Pokemon Go. And like, we ended up like,
So weird.
we got the, right. Like we got
So
the burgers. We sat at the place and like, waited until the raid started. It started, there were 4 people in it.
I'm not sure.
Jack?
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
There were 4
Serious
people in it,
talking.
Wow,
not enough
really?
people. We ended up like abandoning the raid and then going home. We got no shit. We went downtown for like 3-4 hours, got nothing.
What a botched weekend.
What a waste of a time.
If you
It
want
really
to
was.
meet Jeremy,
Go to the Capitol.
go to the
Day-
Capitol on the weekend.
Literally, I'll tweet sometimes like, we're down here trying to get raids. Someone tweeted me like, yeah, I saw you were in the gyms at the Capitol building. We kicked your ass out. Like, he tweeted me like that, and I ran into the guy who made the tweet. I walked back to the Capitol, and he was like, yeah, I just tweeted you that we kicked your ass out of the gym. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
You dick punch him or anything?
Jeremy was like, you're lucky I haven't been drinking 4 Loko or I'd kill you.
Yeah.
Punched you. Lucky you got ghost, I want to fight you.
I might just start putting different diseases on moonballs and just seeing who they hit.
Jesus.
Can you apply a disease via moonball, do you think?
I guess you got hit with
HIV
ugly a
ball.
long time ago.
Oh, get fucked, fuckhead!
That was
Brutal.
That was more harsh. I would say that was more harsh, but wait until you see your credit.
Oh, can I see it now?
Oh my god.
No, don't show them now.
Well,
can.
we'll roll the credits.
Well, we
then
can
we'll
roll
see
it now and then see it now. I feel like it's a pretty good stopping point.
Yeah.
That we ended on skin disease.
We're gonna go hunt ghosts.
We're gonna play Minecraft. We're gonna maybe do Chicken Horse, and then we're gonna hunt ghosts.
Ghost hunting.
And you won't see it for
Anyways,
months.
See you guys.
it'll
We'll see,
be
we'll see in the post show.
We'll
though.
see you in the
It'll be
post show.
I got
Gavin will be
mullet.
shocked about his credit.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye,
Thanks for
everybody.
watching.
Love you.
Reptar,
He's on
gotta find
yours.
that Reptar on ice. Yeah, it's a good one. I'm waiting for them to roll it.